exactly what to say when she pulls away. So, she's pulled away, huh? She's not texting as much, not calling, maybe even cancelling plans, and now you're wondering, what do I say? How do I handle this? Most guys freak out, say something desperate, or even worse, nothing at all. And that, my friend, is exactly why she's pulling away. But today, I'm gonna show you exactly what to say when she pulls away, and trust me, it's gonna be the opposite of what most of you do. We're talking power moves, words that make her miss you, and most importantly, how to stop yourself from saying anything that kills your chances for good. Welcome to the channel. I am Kelley, and thank you so much for joining my channel. Now, if you like the title and the juice I'm about to give you, please smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, as that helps the video, and share this if you find the video beneficial. Your first reaction is everything. Here's the first thing most guys get wrong. The moment they sense distance, they chase. It's like clockwork. You feel her pulling away and your instinct kicks in to fix things right away. Maybe you start over-texting, double-texting, or trying to clear the air, but here's the reality, guys. You can't fix emotional distance by smothering her with attention. What you need to do instead is the exact opposite. Picture this. She texts you, "I've been really busy lately," or "I've got a lot going on right now." Most men immediately think, what did I do wrong? How do I make this better? They get stuck in their own heads and end up sending multiple messages like, "Are you okay?" or "Did I do something wrong?" All of this is just gonna push her away even more. So instead of getting trapped in the overthinking spiral, what do? You play it cool. Here's your response. Totally get it. Take your time. 5 simple words that speak volumes. Why? Because this response shows her 2 powerful things. 1, you respect her space. 2, you're not fazed by her pulling back. This single move turns the tables. You're not coming off as clingy or desperate. Instead, you're signaling that you're not gonna panic just because she's not blowing up your phone every 5 minutes. In fact, you're showing her that you can handle a little distance. And what does that do? It shifts the power dynamic. Now, let me break this down even further. When she says she's been busy, and that's the reason she seems distant, that's usually code for, "I'm testing the waters to see how you react." Most women don't just vanish without reason. They pull back to see if you're the kind of guy who's gonna lose his cool or stay steady. If you respond with a calm, cool, collected attitude, that tells her that you're different from every other guy who freaks out. Instead of thinking, "Oh, I've got him under control," she's now wondering, "Wait, why isn't he chasing me? Why isn't he freaking out like the other guys?" And now she's the one left wondering what's going on with you. The moment you show her that you're not afraid of her pulling away, that you're not going to chase, you become the prize. And that's key. Now you've created space for her to wonder about you. So, the next time she sends that busy text or seems distant, remember this. Your first reaction is everything. Respond with calm, collected confidence and let her feel that slight tension. Let her wonder if she's losing something great, because that's when she'll start to realize she might need to put in a little more effort to get you back. Don't fill the silence. Let her wonder. A lot of guys are terrified of silence in relationships. The moment things go quiet, they rush to fill in the gap, thinking that if they don't act quickly, they'll lose her for good. Here's what you need to know. When a woman pulls away, it's not your job to fill the silence. It's your job to let her sit in it, let her feel it. When she pulls away, there's often an unspoken test happening. She's seeing how you handle distance, and most guys fail this test by doing the one thing that kills attraction: over-pursuing. They think they can talk their way back into her good graces by sending a long, heartfelt message or asking her, "What's wrong?" Here's the truth. The more you chase, the more she runs. Think about it. When you fill the silence with explanations, constant messaging, or needy questions, you're doing all the emotional heavy lifting. In her mind, you've just confirmed what she was wondering, that you're way too invested and maybe even a little desperate. But when you let the silence hang, it does something powerful. It makes her start to wonder. Now, instead of you being the one wondering where she's at, she's the one wondering what's going on with you. She's checking her phone, waiting for that second message, but it never comes. Why? Because you're not like the other guys who immediately freak out and beg for her attention. You're playing it cool, and that will drive her crazy. When you let that silence hang, you're sending a very clear message. I'm confident enough in myself. I don't need constant reassurance. I'm giving you the space and time to come and see me. That is incredibly powerful. You're not chasing her validation. You're not over-explaining. You're not playing into her emotional tests. So, what should you be doing instead of filling the silence? Here's a pro tip: nothing. Yep, you heard me right. You don't need to do anything in the moment. Give her the space to think. Let her start missing your presence. The more space you give her, the more she starts wondering why you're not reacting like every other guy who's blown up her phone in the past. That's when the dynamic shifts. You go from the guy who was chasing her to the guy who has something she needs to earn back. And you know what happens next? She reaches out first. She starts sending those, "Hey, what's up?" or "Just thinking about you" text messages, trying to feel where you stand. Why? Because that silence you left gave her the space to realize she might actually be losing you. And nothing makes women more curious than the thought that she might be losing something good. How to make her miss you. Let's be clear, women need to miss you to feel that pull of attraction again. If you're always in her face, always responding, constantly available, she'll never get the chance to experience what life is like without you. So, flip the script. When you pull back and give her space, something powerful happens. She starts to fill that void where your presence used to be. And the crazy part, it's only in your absence that she starts to appreciate what you brought to the table. Remember this, absence makes the heart grow fonder, but only if she actually has the time to miss you. Let me break this down just a tad more. When she pulls away and you give her space rather than panicking, you're allowing her to feel what life is like without your constant attention. And that feeling is uncomfortable. At first, she might enjoy the distance, thinking she has the upper hand, but eventually, the silence starts to creep in and she'll start to wonder, what's he up to? Why isn't he reaching out like he usually does? And here's the thing, guys, when she starts to wonder, you win. Now, instead of you chasing her, she's the one replaying conversations in her mind, thinking about your time together and missing the attention you used to give her. And it's at this point that some guys make a really big mistake. They think that if they're not constantly on her radar, she'll forget about them. So they keep texting her, liking her Instagram posts and sending, "Hey, how are you?" messages. The truth is, the more you chase, the less she values your attention. Why? Because you're giving it away too much and too easily. Attraction isn't about being available 24/7. You need to create scarcity. And here's the best part. The longer you give her space, the more powerful your presence becomes. When she finally reaches out, and she will, you've now put yourself in the driver's seat. She's the one trying to win back your attention. And that's how you shift the dynamic in your favor. You've turned the tables, and now she's missing you in a way she didn't expect. When she finally sends a text like, "Hey, haven't heard from you in a while. Everything okay?" That's the moment you've been waiting for. When she's the one reaching out, curious about why you've gone quiet, she's officially thinking about you more than she expected. And now she feels the distance and wants to close it. So, how do you make her miss you? It's simple. Stop being constantly available. Remember, attraction thrives on mystery and scarcity. The less you give, the more she craves. Let her miss you and watch how quickly she comes back. The closing move. When she comes back now, a lot of guys get too excited when she starts reaching back out. They overthink what to do next. Here's a secret. When she finally comes back, your response matters. You're setting the tone for how things will go on from here. If she, for example, texts, "Hey, I haven't heard from you in a bit. How's everything?" You might be tempted to say, "Why did you pull away? Are we okay?" But the truth is, if you do that, you're throwing away all the progress you've made. Why? Because those questions come from a place of insecurity, and that's exactly what you've been avoiding this entire time. So instead, here's how you respond. Keep it cool, keep it casual, and completely unfazed. Your message should be short and simple. "Hey, it's good to hear from you." Boom. That's it. Why does this work so well? Because you're showing her that you're not rattled by her pulling away. You're not holding a grudge, and you're not desperate to know what went wrong. In fact, you're acting like the confident guy who's perfectly fine whether she's around or not. And trust me, that attitude is irresistible. Think about it. By responding like this, you're telling her, "I'm not upset, I'm not hurt, and I'm definitely not gonna beg for answers." You're showing her that you're still in control of the situation and that you're not needy for her validation. And the best part, this makes her feel relieved and curious at the same time. She's probably expecting you to dig in, to ask why she's been distant, where she's been, or maybe even try to fix things. When you don't, she'll be intrigued. And let me tell you, women are attracted to men who don't fall apart at the first sign of trouble. Your calm, collected response tells her that you're not easily shaken, and that's a huge turn on. Passing the test, here's another reason why it works. You're not giving her the satisfaction of seeing you struggle. Let's be real, some women pull away to test your emotional strength, to see if you'll crack under pressure. But when you keep it cool and respond without any sign of insecurity, you've just passed that test with flying colors. When you show her that you're the guy who can handle distance without losing his cool, you've just raised your value in her eyes. She sees that you're not desperate for her attention, and that confidence will make her want to be close to you again. And that's when the real attraction kicks in, because now she's the one wondering how to win you back. Final thoughts. So, next time she comes back after pulling away, don't freak out. Don't dig for answers or try to fix what happened. Keep it simple, keep it calm, and let her know you're perfectly fine either way. That's how you shift the power dynamic, and that's how you keep her coming back for more. You're welcome. Kelley here. Catch you in the next video.